Hello and welcome to the All Legends tutorial part 1. Alright, so in this part we're going to cover from the beginning through Goron City. This is more directed towards people who are like kind of new to the game but also have some experience running something in the game. I'll try to provide resources, so if you're like really new and you're willing to work outside of the tutorial, you should be able to understand most of it. A little bit less than like half the clips are from an All Legends tutorial live stream that I did. If you want to see that, I'll link to it below. And the other half is just going to be like recorded segments. Yeah, I'll have timestamps in the description for different parts of the video if you want to see like a specific part. I often do All Legends run streams on my Twitch, so if you want to check that out, stop by. I hope you enjoy. So we're just gonna run through the start of the game and I guess look at different options that you could take and explain the different tricks. So to start off, this is the N64 route. If you're on VC, you won't be able to do everything in this route, and like there aren't really other options really that you could do, as like, oh, you just lose X amount of time, you just can't do this route. But there is a VC route. There's not a lot of good resources on it. I can link like a route description, but there's not a lot of good resources on the route. So what the practice ROM does is it gives you basically cheats, and you can like warp anywhere and you can make saves. So you can just like reload at a certain part of the game and just practice a trick without having to set up for it. So I guess to start off, when I mash text, I mash like A and B. I just kind of like wiggle the controller back and forth and keep my thumbs in the same place. And that's how I connect A and B together. And I just do it kind of in a rhythm. You can also mash C up for text, but I find it kind of hard to like mash it in like sequence. I find if you just kind of like end up mashing A and B and C up, and they just kind of overlap. We're going to do two different routes for rupees and sticks. We're going to do a route where you get 2 sticks and 5 nuts and do a West. And we're going to do a route where we get 1 stick and 5 nuts and don't do a West. So first, if you're doing, let's do the 2 stick route first. So you're going to like flick upright, about, and then backflip. That wasn't a good angle. It's not exactly upright. It's like a little bit below it. It's like that. Something like that. That wasn't a good angle either. You get the idea. You back walk over here. You can also just jump off and roll. Get this 5 rupees by jumping over. Get these 2. Oh, you're supposed to get this one. I haven't done this route in a while, because I usually just do the 1 stick route, because the 2 stick route saves about 2 seconds. You're going to get the blue rupees in each of the top chests, and the single rupee in this chest. Then you're going to get these, you're not supposed to pick up that rock. You're supposed to get these 2 green rupees again, jump across this bridge, and then you turn around and backflip in the text. That might have been kind of fast, so you want to you got to line up here when you're jumping across the bridge. You can kind of cut the corner here like that, and you'll still get the rupee. All you need to do is just kind of like be over the platform, so like that'll get the rupee, for example. And here you're going to be like here, and then you want to line up kind of with where the red carpet is, of where that girl is. You go to line up there, and then just back walk, and then back flip into the text box. Yeah, you can do that. I haven't done that roll inside left in the text, but I guess it's something you can do. And then you're going to get the 5 back here, and get 2 sticks. You want to buy the sticks first, because when you first open the shop, it's going to be selected on the shield. But then, like, you can go upright and go to the sticks in one move. And then the next time you go into the shop, well, actually, it matters even more for this, because you don't want to get pushed out of the shop when you're in the text box. But even with just buying 1 stick and 1 nut, you want to move to the stick first, because you can move there in 1 move. And the next time you open the shop, it'll automatically select the nuts, and you can buy them. So that's the 2 stick. I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to do, or the 2 stick route, yeah. I'm going to do the 1 stick route. So you just kind of back walk and then roll into the house. You want to like turn right about when the platform is. So we can do that again, I guess. Oh wait. What you want to do is like when I go about when the middle of the path, I about hold right and then turn and side roll, or roll towards the entrance. So like I do that, and then about here or so, I'm gonna go like down right. It's not quite down right, it's like in between. It's like, so you have like this angle-ish, and then you go like that. When you do these chests, you want to hold left for the first roll and just mash A. You open this chest, and the next one I go left, and then I switch to up and mash A. That like kind of slows your roll down. Like there I did it without pressing A, but if you just hold it, you'll go way over the chest. And then down right if you're getting the 1 rupee, which we don't in this route. Then after this, you want to wait till he stops walking, and then hold down and roll. Jump up this, roll, then just roll back. I target after I jump, and then do the bridge rupee again, and then line up and do the backflip. Get this rupee, and buy the sticks and nuts. So you can see next time I went over, the nuts were automatically selected. So I'm not going to make a save for this one because you can just use the save for the 2 sticks. So after you're done talking to him, you exit and you want to pause here to equip your sticks and nuts, because then you can roll out of this pause and you won't talk to him, because you can't talk to people out of a roll. I'm going to exit this. So when you come out of this, you want to hold down, roll twice, and then target. I like to get the 5 rupees here, because you get like 18 rupees from the water in Zora's River. You gotta come over here to this vine, back walk, side hop, roll about upright, and enter Lost Woods. you're gonna do some movement here. And there's many setups for this, but I use this setup. I go into this corner, right about here. It's not quite in the corner, like this would be in the corner. You go a little bit to the right of the corner. I do one ESS turn left, side hop, backflip, slash, jump slash, slash. So I can do that with pausing. With the practice ROM, you can pause and advance 1 frame at a time. So you want to jump slash, I just regular pause, but and then you go to slash on this frame, I think. Yeah. You can also do, if you do 2 ESS turns, you can do a double slash and then a side hop. Yeah. Here it is again, in full speed. And then you're going to want to swim into the Zora's River. Here you want to move kind of fast, but it's not a huge deal. I'm going to make another save here. So, we're just going to do some movement down here. You want to make sure you get the rupees here. So, just go in this river. If you don't get the blue rupee, you can get the 2 green rupees in those bushes, but I just like to get the blue rupee in Kakariko. So here, this is where like things would diverge. If you have the 1 stick route, you're just gonna walk through this, and then back walk this way, and talk to the owl and go into Kakariko. But if you're not doing, if you have the 2 stick route, you're gonna want to, okay. That wasn't quite right. But you're going to want to jump slash into the loading zone. So you enter at low speed. Like that. You're going to turn around, 2 side hops, side roll, line up about here. And then jump slash in ESS. You're supposed to hold target. I didn't hold target. So I'm just going to give myself another stick. I didn't jump slash in the loading zone. But you don't have to, you can just walk back and then side hop. I wasn't supposed to take out a stick. You line up, hold ESS, and you get a West. So you don't want it to turn night, usually, in doing this. You won't be that constrained for time, but here we'll just set it the time. It's gonna be like it's gonna be about around, it's gonna be about this if you're doing the 1 stick route. We're gonna, actually no, apparently it's not. I think the time of day got messed up because of the practice ROM. But yeah, that's gonna look weird, so I'll enter and exit and re-enter. Alright, so now we're gonna do chickens. So where the chickens run is RNG, so you have to kind of account for it. Like they'll just kind of run in random directions. You're gonna want to throw the first one over there. You probably know how to do chickens already. Usually the guy won't be there in your way, and you're gonna do like a backflip here, and you're gonna want to back walk, roll, And then, so if you pick up the chicken over here, you can do like this and jump on this side of the house. And if you pick up the chicken, it's like over on this side. You're gonna want to go on the left side of this. And then we can jump over here. Throw these 2 chickens straight to the left. Grab this one. Those 2 chickens will run away from you. And then all the chickens should be pretty much around the same place, and you just throw them all in. Then you're gonna pick up this chicken. Normally, if you're doing the run, and this guy that runs up is beating you, you're probably going really slow on the chickens. So just know that that's like an internal timer. You can see how fast you're going. You want to jump from the ladder to the fence to the ladder. Actually, if you... I'm just gonna go up here. You're gonna want to like climb up in the middle. One little trick to doing this, it's kind of difficult, but like there's a little trick. If you over jump, you can target the wall and grab the ladder. If I hadn't targeted there, you wouldn't have grabbed the ladder because my angle was too sharp. But you can target the wall at a sharper angle, then you can grab the ladder. If we do that again, you won't grab the ladder. So you want to grab this chicken and then jump out here. You want to drop them around here, roll back, throw the nearest chicken, and throw a nut. Those 2 chickens will run away from you. You're going to pick up this chicken and back walk. This wasn't a very good back walk angle, but you're going to throw these 3 chickens in and then get the bottle. So I spent so long in this area, Navi went away, but it's not that hard to get Navi. I think you have like it's like 20 to 30 seconds of leniency before Navi goes away. If you're in an area for like 2 to 2.5 minutes, I think, Navi will go away. I don't know the exact timer. So here, you're going to want to jump, and then slash, and then talk to Navi. So, we can do that again. So you just kind of want to jump slash about in the middle. Like that'll work. That'll work. It's not that strict. After you talk to Navi, you just gotta go in. So I'm gonna do another save here. When you enter this area, you want to mash 2 rolls quickly. Because you can't do 2 properly spaced rolls, you just want to mash 2, and then you can press A to enter the crawl space. Alright, so what we're going to do here is get blank A. So what blank A is it's like you enter the crawl space by pressing A and then nut on the next frame. So you like pull stick, because you need something in your hand. You walk kind of into the crawl space and then you press A and then nut. What this does is you kind of like enter the crawl space and interrupt it with nut on the next frame, which kind of like puts you in a semi-crawl space state, I guess. Like, but you can walk around. The main effect that this has is it basically keeps Link always on the ground, like even while in the air. So like you can see I can do backflips mid-air and stuff because the game kind of still thinks I'm on the ground even though I'm in the air. So I can do like side hops, just levitating up. The main thing we're going to use it here for is like when you jump slash, Link normally has like high speed, But normally, like, there's a few places you can use it to clip that we'll use later. But like, the high speed that a jump slash gives you, like, a lot of places you would clip, you'd end up out of bounds. But like, when you're slashing, you can't go out of bounds. So if you were to clip out of bounds or have the speed to be able to clip out of bounds, but you were slashing, you would stay in bounds. So that's like keeps jump slash from clipping in a lot of places. But because we have blank A, now jump slash will clip in all those places because the game always thinks we're on the ground. Another thing to note about blank A is you can't target walls. So like, I'm not targeting this wall, the angle isn't adjusting to the wall. So if you get like messed up like this, it can be kind of hard to reset up. I will show you like setup if you mess with the angle later, but first we'll start with the initial. So walk out of the crawl space, hold up, draw stick, A nut. So I pressed nut early there, he just throws the nut. You can see my A button still says something. So do it again. Oh, I failed it again. Wow. But like, if you do it early, you can just try again, as long as you don't run out of nuts. So there you go. You can kind of see like he shifted towards the middle of the crawl space, and now my A button is blank. So what I want to do is turn 3 ESS turns left. So I did like 2 the first time, and then 1 the second time. I want to back walk, back flip. So like, the backflip is really lenient. You just kind of want to do it anywhere, like after you leave the ground. Like, you don't want to do it before you leave the ground, and you don't want to do it too late, but it's really lenient. Side hop right, ESS turn left, 4 side hops left, jump slash twice, and you clip. Using that, like, you have the speed to normally clip there when you don't have blank A, but you can't clip out because you're in a slash animation, so you can't go out of bounds. Then after you clip, you want to do a side hop left. If you side hop left too early, oh yeah, that wasn't too early. So this is the setup. I'm just gonna save here. If you side up left too early, like that, wow, that wasn't too early. I have a hard time doing it wrong. Oh my gosh. So if you side up too early, you'll be stuck in here. You can't get out of here because you can't climb these in like the blank A. So you're pretty much trapped here. Yeah, so you would save warp or something and then do it again, or just like reset the run. If you do it too late, that's not too late, is it? Nah. If you do it too late, just wait a really long time. So like this, you're just gonna keep going and just void. So side up at the right timing. I think there's lots of frames. So you're gonna end up here and you want to go in this water. Normally, like, if you side up on one of the earlier frames, you're gonna go straight in the water like this. And then if I side hop on one of the later frames, what I like to do is like mash A, and then you jump slash immediately in the water, and you get kind of like a boost up. So you get in the water. You kind of want to be, so you want to be kind of aligned with this line here. You can see on the ground of like the, like, I don't know. If you were to stand out and it'd like hurt you, I guess it's like the shadow texture or whatever. You kind of want to line Link with that and hold target and swim down right and mash B. And then you're gonna like clip through kind of like a wall thing there and then go towards the juice. I guess I can show it with collision view just so you get an idea of what's going on. The line up, turn on collision view. I guess you can't see it very well, but if I jump out and get back in the water, I can kind of show you what the collision looks like. It kind of looks like this. This is what you're clipping through. If you look, I kind of swim in this direction, it'll clip. It's a little bit weird, like, doing it like this. This clip is pretty weird, just overall, as to whether or not it works. Wow, lag. Just kind of line up with the thing, swim down right, mash B. It's pretty lenient. Like, sometimes it'll kind of fail and you won't really know why, but usually it's just the lineup that's the big thing that matters. The position can kind of matter, but in my experience it doesn't matter too much. So alright, get the choose, and then save warp out. You don't need to equip anything on this boss. You just save warp, and head at the bottom of the well. Normally the reset would be a little bit faster, because you wouldn't have the EverDrive screen. Oh, I'm in the second file, but yeah, and had it at the bottom of the well. So if you lose your initial position in this trick, so like you do this, you get like the 3 ESS turns, and then you're like, oh no, I didn't backflip or something. Just do the ESS turn left, go into this corner, backflip twice, or backflip once, and then jump slash twice, and you'll quit. So that's the backup if you mess up the position, and then if you mess up the angle. So if you lose like your initial angle, what you want to do is like you get blank A and like, oh no, I lost the initial angle, you can't target this wall anymore, so you can't do like the 3 ESS turn stuff. So what you have to do is go in this corner. This works if you lose the angle any part of the setup, but I'm just like, losing it at the start. Target this, so you want to go in this corner, turn like left. You don't want to target that. Target this, make sure you're in this corner, backflip twice, release target, and then do 3 ESS turns left, like that. Turn down, walk into this corner, backflip, 2 jump slashes. And then you'll get the clip. And then, you can do this, line up, swim, clip, get the choose. Alright, so leaving bottom of the well. What you want to do here, optimally, is you do like flick down, backflip into the water. Like this. You can also just walk forward. It's not that much slower to walk forward, but it's a little bit faster to do the backflip. One thing to watch out for is just don't like walk into this loading zone like holding down to do the backflip. If you walk back at all, your backflip will end up really low in the water and it's not really worth. So you kind of just want to do like a flick down actually, and then backflip. You don't want to like hold down, press target, and then backflip, because like unless you do that perfectly, it's probably just going to cost you time. So flick down, backflip. And then we're going to do like a setup for a backwalk angle coming up. So hold down or flick down, backflip, get in this corner, target, and like turn around and hold down and then release target. This will give you like a specific angle, and then you can backwalk, and this will give you like the perfect backwalk angle. I'll do this one more time again, but if I turn around and look, like this angle's like pretty much perfect backwalk angle. So flick down, backflip. Like you can just not turn around, you can just like stay in this corner, and then about halfway up the well you want to release C. Based on when you release Z, you'll get a slightly different angle. So if your angle's not working, just try releasing Z at a different time and you'll get a different angle. Just backwalk all the way into this loading zone. Alright, so if you did the 2-stick route, you're going to be like really cut for time here. Like, I'm not going to cover the 2-stick route that in depth, it's more of an advanced thing, so I'm just going to cover the 1-stick route movement here. And the 2-stick route has incredibly precise movement in order to get to the drawbridge and into the castle before night. If you do mess up the 2-stick route, and like, you don't enter before night, like, it's not the end of the world, you just have to do shot clip, and you kind of lose all your time save from doing the 2-stick route. So I'm just going to cover the 1-stick route movement here. Because it's going to be later in the day, because we didn't do a West into CAC. Alright, so what you kind of want to do is like, you want to roll up to about this texture right here. Like the owl trigger is like up here, so like you just kind of want to go to about here, do a side hop, turn left, target, and then like hold down right-ish to walk out. And this is because like the owl can't talk to you while you're targeting the sign, or like while the sign is like saying A to talk. And like if you target that, you can extend that range more. So you just want to kind of roll down here, side up into the range of the sign, target it to extend the range, and then walk out. And you kind of want to line up on the bridge and then back walk. The reason why you want to do this is, like, well, it's fast, one. Also, if you're a little bit later in the day and it turns night, so like I'm just did it intentionally. Like, so if you're like, this is like really late, you can hear the drawbridge is already gone all the way up. So in theory, there should be no way we get on the bridge, right? But if you don't look towards or away from the bridge, it doesn't load. So, like, or at least the chains don't load. So you can see the chains are still here, despite like the bridge already being up. So if we walk on the chains and on target to load them, we'll get jumped to the top of the bridge. You can collect the rupees and go into the market. So like the normal time of day situation would be like something like this. You're gonna like get there as the bridge is going up. This is a little bit later than normal time of day, I think, on this save. Like normally you can get to the top of the bridge before the chains get all the way up, so you have to kind of wait before backwalking to get the rupees. Guess I'll do that one more time. The one thing you need to watch out for is these like the Stalfos. I don't know, the skeleton dudes. Like if they're like targeting, if you like target them on accident, like you could end up loading the chains. So what you want to do in that case, and like you can't target this, just like C up, look down, and then target, like in the C up, and then let go of C up, and that'll let you target and line up with the things. You can also just like kind of go with your back rock angle and kind of try and walk onto the chains. It's a little bit sketchy when stuff like that happens though, but normally like they won't spawn in a position that's that bad for you, so normally it's not something you'd have to worry about. Alright, so now that we're in market and it's nighttime, we're gonna need to do a shop clip to buy the shield. So I'm gonna show like what I would consider the easiest strat for this shop clip. What you want to do is just, you kind of want to line up with this corner, the camera like facing it into this corner and link, and then you want to do like a bonk, and then turn right, target before climbing, like walk your climb, so you bonk, turn right, target, hold right to climb, and then you've climbed up and you're here. Then you want to do a side hop, and then roll and hold up. So side hop and then roll, hold up after you roll. You can like hold up anytime after the roll, like before a certain point. Like if you hold it too late, that's what will happen. But you can't really hold it too early. So just hold up after you press A to roll, and you'll get the clip. It's really easy. It's not too bad. And then you want to buy the shield. One thing to note when you buy the shield, like there's going to be a period that you can walk before you'll actually get the shield. You don't want to walk away or like walk out, otherwise you'll have to come back in and buy the shield again. So yeah, watch out for that. It's like because of the text that appears when you enter an area, like it can't display an item during that. So you gotta like wait a little bit for that text to go away. So we're gonna head into Temple of Time now and do dot skip. Alright, so for dot skip I'm gonna show you a few different setups as well as like a backup for the angle. A few different setups for the angle. The dot skip itself is pretty much the same. So I'll show you one setup and then dot skip, and then we'll go over the different angles including the backup. So the first setup, the one that I usually use, it's not that much slower than the quote-unquote faster setup. Like it's really hard to be fast with a faster setup. And even if you are, it's only a couple frames, so I would suggest just using this setup, because you're going to be sure you have the right angle. Is you go into this, you target this pillar, side hop right, you want to press A to roll, and then untarget. So, side up right, A to roll, untarget, and then back walk towards the Door of Time. And then, like, once you get about here, you want to hold, like, slightly down on the controller, what we would call ESS down, and then press A to roll. This will give you a certain, like, this will make you roll left and give you a certain specific angle change left, and this will give you the correct angle for the dot skip. So, if I go, and then what we do after this is, after you get the angle, you walk into this corner, and then you're going to do a specific set of inputs in order to do the dot skip. So you want to do another one of those down rolls, and when you're in the corner, this will be to the left, but when you're out here, it will be to the right, because of the wall. It affects, like, your camera angle behind you. So what you want to do is you want to do a side roll, and then side hop at the right timing. The right timing is when you go straight back like this. That's when you know you have the right timing. So if you're practicing out in the open, you can see if you have the right timing by if you're going straight back when you sit the side hop, then you know you had the right timing. If you go off to the diagonal like that, you are 1 frame late. If you don't side up at all, you are early. So you want to go into the corner and then do this, and that'll cause you to clip out. But, like, you can't, like, this is, you just fall out and you don't go back in. So how we're going to fix this is, what we're going to do is we're going to target the door, like the frame we clip out. What that does is it's going to direct our momentum into the door, because when you target something, your momentum goes into the object you target. So if we do that, like, this is the second frame, so this is too late. So this is the first frame we clip out, we target. That causes us to, like, put our momentum into the door, and we, like, kind of, like, bounce up and down on the door for a little bit, because our momentum's into the door. So once we target here, we're going to hold left, and we wind up flipping through the door. If we hold left too early, you void out. So what you're going to want to do is probably, you're going to want to pause buffer this. So what you want to do is pause buffer to the frame. Well, wait, first what you want to do is, once you side hop, you want to let go of target. It doesn't matter exactly when you let go of target, but you want to let go of target before, like, the frame. So just let go of target somewhere in the air. This is the frame before. The frame length disappears is the frame you want to target on. So this is the frame you want to target on. And then once you see Link, you're safe to hold left. And you have like 7 frames or something to hold left, so it's really lenient on holding left. So this is the frame, target. There's like 2 frames that if you hold left you'll void on, and after that all the frames are safe. So like you can do this unbuffered, like I did before. But I mean, like, even I usually do it 1 pause, like, that's late. But just like that, because the hold left's really lenient, so I don't see the point in pausing for that. But if you're just learning it, you should probably do that. So you want to do one of these side rolls, do the backwards side hop thing, let go of target, pause on the frame length disappears, hold Z on the frame you like, on one of the frames you can see Link again, hold left. And like you can go really late on the hold left. Like, not that late, but like probably this will work. Yeah. Like that was one of the later frames. Yeah, once you dot skip, get over here, you're gonna watch this like mini cutscene. And then you're going to pick up the Master Sword. So now I'll go over the other angle setup and the angle backup. So the other angle setup is like after you enter, you like flick down, side hop right, back walk. And then what you want to do is go into this corner, and you can either do a backflip and then do a side roll. Basically what you're going to do is this, like you're going to do a back walk and then backflip, side roll, and this will give you the angle. Like that actually if you don't do this right, it'll give you the wrong angle. The main thing that matters is you need to release Z quickly after your target, after you roll. So like, release Z quickly after you roll. This might not work. Yeah. If you can get bad angles pretty easily with this. I wouldn't suggest this setup, but I figured it was worth mentioning. I think it's easier with a backflip. This might fail. No. But yeah. It's worth mentioning, but the other setup is generally better. So if you lose your angle, like this, you can target this pillar, turn around, walk forward a little bit to get away from this wall, because the wall will affect your side roll. Like, not always, but like sometimes you'll get a side roll right like that, depending on where you target the wall at. Because of the walls behind you kind of affect your camera angle behind Link. I'm planning on making a video about this soon, but like the general gist of it is like, depending on what angle Link's at, he can either have a left or right side roll, like depending on his angle. And if you're up against a wall, it can also affect it. So target, turn around, move away from this wall a little bit, and you'll get the ESS turn left, side up, side roll right, untarget, retarget, and you'll have the angle to do dot skip if you don't fail it like me. Which is why I don't usually do it on buffered runs. Dang, I suck. But yeah, that's the angle for the dot skip. Then you pick up the Master Sword and head adult. And then after you go adult, you save warp. And then we pick up back there. Actually, you do some equips where you get adult, so I'll go over that. Once the cutscene is over and you become an adult, what you want to do is immediately pause, equip choose, and bottle, and then save warp. So after save warping, we're just going to kind of roll out of Temple of Time. We already did our equips. I'm going to do a little bit of a side hop movement here. You just kind of roll up and kind of like flick left, side hop. It's not that important, but it saves a little bit. Roll on out. So this rolling is kind of some of the harder movement. Just because like the camera's turning around, it can be pretty difficult. So here we're going to do a Hess. If you have no idea how to Hess, I'm going to link a Hessing tutorial in the description. You should watch that. I'm going to explain how what my cues are for the Chew Hess, backwalk Chew Hess here that I do. So what I do is I pull the Chew, aim about to the left side of this bridge, backwalk, and when the Chew starts flashing fast, that's about when I drop the Chew. It's a little bit after it starts flashing fast. It's like after it's flashed like 2 or 3 times. And then drop, roll, and then do a normal Hess. Really the drop frame is the big thing. And then after I get the Hess, I usually like switch to ESS left. But if you don't get like a turn, you can just keep ESS right. And Hess in the Kakariko. And then next, you're going to do a sign Hess. So the normal setup for this is shield turn left, or ESS turn left, side hop, side roll, shield drop, and get the Hess. Then you just get a Hess up to Graveyard. I dropped it there. So, do it again. The roll frame is pretty lenient. It's like 5 frames or something for the roll. And then you're gonna head over and do RBA. If you can't get any of those Hesses, don't worry too much about it. It's not that big of a deal. They don't save that much time. They save a little bit, but not that much. Alright, so what you want to do here is you want to line up on this wall. We're going to do RBA. You can line up anywhere from like here, like all the way out here works, and then like all the way over here. Just like anywhere in this range works completely fine for this. Like it's a really big range. So like anywhere here works. Like if you're too far to the right, you won't be able to like grab this rock. That's not even too far to the right. Like that's too far to the right. You can be too far to the left, you can still grab the rock, but it still won't work. So yeah, like you want to, like if you're on the right side of the window, if you're too far right, you won't be able to grab the rock, so you know it, you're in the wrong spot. But the window's really big, so it's not that big of a deal. What you want to do here is you want to do a slash while holding Z, release Z, and hold R. So like that. Show it again. I failed that time, but Z like that. And then you go to shield turn. Oh, I messed that. Shield turn up. So slash, hold R, shield turn down by just holding down and then releasing shield, and like releasing shield and then pressing shield again. You want to press A to pick up this rock, R to drop it, and then what you're going to do here is you're going to pull a chew and drop it by holding R. And you're going to want to release R fairly fast after this, so like release R and then press bottle and hold R. And then now you can either like pause, you can do the bottle without pausing, but you might want to pause around here once you've pulled the bottle out to target. So if you target, and then you would like just pause buffer until this is like the frame. You want to pause buffer until the frame moves back like this, or the frame after where the right side of Link's head is vertical. You have 2 frames for this, and press B. Now you have quick draw while having the bottle out. This will like cause you to, if you shield swipe the bottle by holding, I accidentally unequipped the bottle, but if you shield swipe by holding the bottle and R at the same time and then releasing R, you'll write the bugs that you're catching over the B button instead of over your C right slot. What this will do is, the way bottles work, reads a value 3 memory like locations after it for where it's going to write into the inventory. And if you update the B button with a bottle, then it'll be like, oh, it's a bottle. I need to read 3 memory locations down to see where I should update the inventory, because bottles can be in multiple places in the inventory, so they don't have a set place where you write them to. So it reads 3 memory locations down, and what it reads for what it should write in the inventory is an empty bottle, which is like value 20. And so what this will do is it like messes up and it's writing to the wrong thing. Here it doesn't matter too much, but what it's going to give us is it's going to give us another bottle on our 3rd bottle slot. So the bottle we have right now is our 1st bottle slot. This is going to give us another bottle on our 3rd bottle slot when we catch these bugs. Sometimes these bugs can be trolls and walk around. Alright. The bugs went away, so I'm just going to reload this. I need to show this again anyway. But yeah, you can like untarget to see where the bugs are going. So you R, shield, turn around. You can either target or not target, it doesn't matter. This, drop a chew, pull bottle, Z target, advance until the first pushback frame, which is this, or the frame after it, walk forward, and grab bugs. So if I look at my inventory now, I have bugs in my 3rd bottle slot. So what we're going to do, we're just going to keep bottle on B. We're going to walk over here. you can either just pull this grave, or what I do is I lure this Poe, start pulling this grave, and usually you would hit me. I can reload and show that correctly. So he'd hit me, interrupting the pull. I just climb here. One small note is you just want to, because you're on 1.0, he'll grab this ledge. What you want to do is you just walk slowly towards it and hold A, and you'll drop immediately on the first frame possible to drop. Or you can just press A, but it's just better to hold A because then you'll drop on the first possible frame. So now we're going to do the Dampé race. Here we're going to be just kind of rolling. You want to try and space your rolls correctly. It's not correct to mash like this. You don't want to do that. It's going to be super hard to control where you're moving. You just kind of want to wait until he stands up fully for your next roll, kind of. So just like, that's kind of a good roll spacing. You'll see when I start doing the race, I guess. You want to kind of watch out for his flames. Sometimes you just get hit by him. There's not much you can do. If you hug the wall, usually he can't hit you. So that's one small note. Like he can't like throw a flame that like will hit you when you walk by the wall. So that's like kind of a sneaky trick. Oh, see, he just kind of threw a flame, and I couldn't even see it, so I couldn't dodge it. One small note is if you're by one of those doors and you get hit by a flame, then like he can hit you back through the doors and you'll get crushed, and you'll have to start over the Dampé race, and it'll be really bad. Or no, it won't be. Actually, it will be kind of bad. You'll need to pick up a heart that's in a pot that I can show you after we go back. Because if you die here, you're going to lose bottle on B, and you're going to have, like, blank B, and I think you won't have a sword. So, and then, like, you'll have to reset the Temple of Time to get the sword back, and it's not going to be good. So you don't want to die here. So we're going to pick up Hookshot. Oh, I should have made a save for RBA. I'll do that afterwards and add it back in. What you want to do here is just kind of line up with the chest. Flick left a little bit. You don't even have to line up with the chest. You just kind of flick left, side hop twice, side hop left, and just like spam A and hold left. You know, side up left as soon as possible. The door will close. You'll be on the other side of it. It'll crush you. You'll go back to here. So if you were to like get crushed by the Dampé race by getting hit by a flame, you could go down here, and I think it's this pot, or maybe this one, that has a heart. This one usually has magic. Okay, that one has nuts. But you can just get that heart. There might be another heart over here. Let's see. I think that the far one's a rupee. You don't need money. Yeah. You get the heart, and you can just go again. If you like void twice, you could go out and go back in, and the heart will be back. I'm gonna skip one because I need to add the RBA save. So here you go to equip Hookshot. Walk up here, tell about where you trigger the Poe. You're gonna want Hookshot the Poe twice. It takes a little bit to get that timing down. If you fail the timing, he'll like run around, and you'll have to get it. You're gonna catch the Poe. He'll go in your bottle that's on C right. And then when you do RBA, when the Poe is the value, what it writes to is, it writes to your chew count. So we have 6 chews right now. If I drop these, I'm gonna have 20 chews. And then when I pick them back up, I'm gonna have 29 chews. The chew count is fairly lenient for this run, but if you wanted to get more chews, if you wanted to have 31 chews instead, you could drop 3 chews and then drop bugs again, and you'll get empty milk. This is because milk has value 26 and empty milk has value 31. So when the bottle changes, when the bottle's value is 26, it's like, oh, you must have drunk milk, let's give him empty milk. And that's how that happens. So I'm just gonna go with 31 chews, but you only need 29. Let's drop 2. So now we're gonna do a trick called hookshot jump. You want to target this, turn right. You can either shield turn or ESS turn, and then you just want to back walk here, so get in this corner, and then side hop and side roll and hold up. So let's show this. You want to just bonk against the wall. So side hop, side roll, hold up. You want to draw a hook shot before this, by the way. Just get in this corner, side hop, side roll, hold up. And then what you do is you side hop, side roll, hold up, and then spam hook shot. And you get into like kind of a weird glitchy state of where he's like trying to pull out hook shot, but like he keeps getting interrupted, and eventually he'll pull out hook shot. You're gonna shoot hook shot at the wood house, and then the interruption is gonna like interrupt the hook shot, and that's gonna make you hook shot jump. So let's show that. We're gonna go side roll. Okay, I waited too long to hold up there. It's not very strict, but you just want to spam hook shot. You have 4 frame window to get the hook shot. On the third, like he's like twitching, like you can see it's like he has a twitch. On the third one of those is the first time you can hook shot jump, or anyone after. So and then you want to pause on like the first frame or the second frame of the twitch. So like this is 1 frame before. This is probably the first frame. I can show it in practice while I'm buffering. You can't really tell the first frame from the second frame and the third frame. So like this is 2 frames before, 1 frame before, first frame, second frame, and then third frame. Like if you shoot it, it won't work. You won't get the hook shot, won't get to the barn in time. 4th frame, and then it goes back. One thing to note is if you go 1 frame early, like this, if you press hook shot on this frame, I did it wrong, but I'm just gonna pause so it's easier. 1 second. If you do hook shot on 1 frame before the first frame, you'll hook shot and you won't get interrupted, and you'll break your like glitchy state. So don't do that. And you can pause buffer this trick freely because you have to do an equipped tier anyway, so there's no point in not pause buffering at least once. So this is 1 frame before. Let's just advance 1 frame like this. So this is the first frame. On this frame you just get a hookshot jump right away. And then you want to, once you're kind of in the air, you want to start holding a little bit back. And then you want to let go. So like I usually hold it like about like a second or a second and a half. I don't really have a cue. It's extremely lenient. But if you hold too much, you're going to like fall off the mat backwards and you'll void out, and you'll have to do this again. If you hold it too little, you're not going to wind up on the seam, and you'll have to do hookshot jump again. So I'm going to unpause, buffer in hookshot, and now I'm jumping in the air. I'm going to hold down. About here I'm going to release, and then I'm on the seam. So let's show the second frame. Yeah, that was the second twitch, not the third twitch. So this is first frame, second frame. On this frame, you're gonna like bounce up and down, and then you're gonna get shot up. I'm gonna hold down like about here, let go, and end up on the seam. So normally you do equips during the hookshot jump, but since I didn't do pauses because I was frame buffering with the practice ROM, I'm just gonna do the equips now. So you equip bugs, and then equip sword over bottle, and then you're gonna do like 6 or 7 side ups, right? So you hear the Poe, and then you want to get ISG off the Poe, and then we go and do seam walk. Alright, so what you want to do for the seam walk is you want to try and stay on the right side, because if you're on the left side here, you can get stuck. Like, not everywhere, like you can't get stuck on this first part, but like if I go up here and like I just got stuck here. Like if you stay on the right side, you usually won't get stuck. Like, there's a few odd places you can get stuck on the right side. Like they just got stuck at the same spot again. But like you can get stuck here, I think. It's very rare that you get stuck here, but it can happen. I don't know exactly what the reason is why you get stuck here. It is definitely very rare. So just like stay on the right side. What you can do is you can actually like go into this corner and then like aim the hook shot and like line up and then walk. Like if you want to do that, you can do this and then like aim the hook shot again. Like you can't get stuck on this one either. It's like the diagonal ones that you can really get stuck on. Like this one you can get stuck on. Like the first part. Like it's most dangerous for some reason. Like in the first part, like right after the turn. That's like the most dangerous spots to get stuck. Like right here. Yeah, I just got stuck there. Like you just want to stay on the right side for this first part. Like this seems pretty dangerous the whole way. So just like stay on the right and you should be fine. And this seem like you can't get stuck at all. And this one, like after the first part, like it's pretty much safe on this side for whatever reason. Like you can't really get stuck over here. If you do get stuck, like, so I'm stuck now. What you can do is you can kind of aim your back towards a seam and like target and then backflip, and then you'll end back up on the seam and you can go again. You have to be careful because obviously if you miss, like you could backflip, you know, this way or, you know, this way, and then you die. Well, you don't die if you backflip this way, but you have to do hookshot jump again, and that sucks. So you want to walk on the seam either by just kind of winging it or doing hookshot aiming like this. Like the hookshot aiming slower, but if you do the aiming fast, it can be pretty good. So like usually what I do is I kind of like the camera just kind of lines up straight here. You can just like, and then like I'll do this and then I'll do like about one roll to the left and then just like, so I'm out here, do like this, and then just kind of side up. It's like just kind of one roll to the left is about the distance you want to go. If you don't want, like, if you do this wrong, like, what the big thing you want to do is you want to be on the right side of this. If you're like over here and side up, you're gonna load the area, and that's really bad. Like, it's probably best just to like go do hookshot jump again. There is a way you can clip through this door, but I'm not gonna show that here. Like, you don't need it. Like, it's very rare that you fail this. Like, if you do this right and you're not like, and you're like up against this, you'll like never not have it loaded. Just like make sure you're up against this like seam, and like you can't not get past the loading trigger. Because what happens here is you get past the loading trigger and then the door never loads. You can just walk right in. So if you don't want to do like this camera stuff, you can just kind of walk up to here and then like aim your hookshot down, flick left, and then side hop, and then head in the Shadow Temple. So we're in Shadow Temple now. I'm gonna make a save. what you want to do, well, I'm going to show you what you can do if you have more or less HP. So if you don't have the exact HP that I have, you should be fine. So what we're going to do here is I like to do a roll, and then, so let me just load from the beginning so I have the starting speed. I'm going to do a roll, quick draw hook shot by holding Z, pressing hook shot, and holding shield. And then I run to about here, flick right, and then aim a little bit down, grab this hook shot thing. You're gonna go over here towards hover boots. You just wanna you just know the path through here. So there's nuts in here. You're gonna need one nut drop somewhere in the run. The fastest place is to get it here. You can also get one in Deku Tree or before Drabu, but it's just best to get it here. There's a heart in this pot that you can get. If you want anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hearts going into this. The lower HP, you go slightly faster, but you also have a chance if you have a heart or less when you're walking. Like Link can do like a little jolt of like Bua, and like that can mess up some setups. So if that jolt happens while you're doing a trick that's coming up, like you'll just fail it and you'll waste a lot of time. So usually I like to play it safe and have above 2 hearts, so that way when you take 1 heart of damage, you're not below 1 heart. Alright, so there's a heart in this flying pot and a heart here. It came as a rupee because I have full HP, but it is a heart. You just kind of want to roll over here and then enter Dead Hand Room. So for the Dead Hand fight, what you want to do is jump slash into one of these hands. Dead Hand's going to spawn. His spawn point is like randomly generated when you enter the room. You want to crouch stab and then slash him. What's that going to do is it's going to deal 4 damage to the crouch stab because you stored a jump slash, and the slash will deal 2 damage. Like Dead Hand like has weird HP, but he like starts to run away after you deal a certain amount of damage to him, and we want to get 6 damage in before he runs away. But if we did more damage, like he would run away again after we deal damage to him again. So we only want to deal 6 damage to him like the first like cycle. And then we're gonna like jump slash him right as he's going back into the ground. So like I guess I'll just do it. So what I did there was like stab, slash, and then he starts to walk away and his hands are gonna like go in and out in like a set cycle. So they're gonna go like in, out, in, and then like out, and that's about when you want to jump slash. You just kind of have to get a feel for it. And then if you have the correct distance, you'll get like a double hit on the jump slash as well. Like out. Like when they go out again. So there I didn't have like the correct distance, so I just got a single hit. If that happens, it's fine. You can just walk around and stab them. Like there I purposely got the wrong distance. And like if you do that, just go and stab them. This is a pretty good spawn, but like it's pretty much the same for all spawns. Like the distance is kind of finicky to get the double slash. It's not too precise, but it's not like free either. Yeah, that was too far away. Yeah, it's about what you want to do, and then you go over here to this chest. And get the hover boots. And now, next we're going to do boat skip. Alright, for boat skip, I'm going to show you, like, we start from the initial position, but you can get back to the initial position by doing a backup if you lose it. And I'll show you that, like, in a second after I do the trick. So, if you lose the initial position, I'll show you how to get it back. So what you want to do is, like, once you close the hover boots, target, ESS turn left, or shield turn left. You want to side hop, side roll, untarget, retarget, and then ESS turn right, or shield turn right. And then you want to do 2 ESS frames left. So that was 3, and I would go back 1. So this is the angle and position you want for the trick. ESS turn left, side hop, side roll, untarget, target. Oh wait, you need to like, you can't wait too long after you target to do the ESS turn right. Otherwise the camera will rotate while you're doing it and mess you up. This is the angle you want. What you want to do is pull a chew and then wait till like the 7th black flash or the 1st fast red. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this is the 1st red. So it's the frame after the 7th like black full flash, like I mean it's fully black. So what you want to do on both of like the full black 7th flash and this 1st fast red, the inputs are exactly the same. What you want to do is hold, like, buffer in A and R out of unpause lag, and then like hold back. You don't have to hold back until the mega flip frame. So go to this frame, and you want to press A on the hold back and press A on this frame. You're gonna mega flip, and then anytime after you like mega flip and get like sort of away from the bomb, you want to pause and equip hover boots. So what you're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you different methods for this movement, but I'm gonna show you the fastest method first. So what you want to do here is after you clip, it's like here, you want to flick down and then target. And then when you start falling, like, it's a really big window for this. Like, you can be anywhere from like here to like here. You want to hold upright, and you want to let go of Z after you turn around. Just hold upright and wait until you see Link. So like here-ish, and you want to hold up, roll twice, and then you'll see your hover boots run out. Turn around, pause, unequip hover boots, and back walk, and you'll grab this ledge. So if we open up like collision view here, we can see where we are. Like we landed over there and we came over here. I'll show that with collision view now, I guess. So that's what you're doing with like, where you can see what's going on. So like that's what happens if you hold up left too early. If you hold it too late, really hard. That's probably not too late. Yeah, that wasn't even too late. It's really hard to hold it too late. You gotta like really try. Is too late? Okay, yeah. You'll just like void falling if you hold it too late. So that's how you get into position. The other option is you can just kind of do this, and then when you start falling, pull hook shot, and you gotta turn left, and then do like a quick spin, hold R, back walk, unequip hover boots, and grab the ledge. So that's like the safer method that's kind of slower. Like the fast method isn't hard though, once you get used to it. Just like hold upright when you're falling, and then switched up like once you see Link. I think you have like 7 frames or something to switch to up. It's really lenient. You just kind of have to get used to it. Alright, so back up here, if you let me turn this off. If you lose in this position, like, oh no, what you want to do is target here, like anywhere along this chest is fine. Turn left, backflip, side roll, hold forward, press B like while holding forward, and hold R like after you press B, like that, like just a stab and then hold R, like there, anywhere there. like anywhere while you're walking up to your chest, or even like while you're against the chest will work. And this will get you back to a position that's close enough to initial that the trick will work. So, VSS turn. Wait until the 7th black or the frame after. Wait till like the frame he leans back, press A. Cover boot, turn around, hold up left. And then get the thing. Alright, so once you grab this ledge, what you're gonna want to do is, because you could be like, let me turn on collision, like what you want to be is up against this corner. Like when you backwalked, you could see that you rubbed against the wall. You don't need to do a side hop left here, because you're already in the corner. But like, oh wait, because you're already in the corner if you backwalked against this wall. But if you're like over here or something afterwards, because you can get different positions if you're doing the quote-unquote like risky-ish, it's not really risky, but like the faster like unloaded room movement, then you want to do a side hop left, and that'll put you in position. If you're like really far, I guess you could need 2 side hops left, but you should be able to kind of see, like even though the room's unloaded and you can't see anything, you can kind of tell if Link hit a wall. Like, it's not very evident, but you can kind of tell. So what you're going to do here is you want to do a neutral roll forward, side hop left, draw a sword, hold left, and then do 2 stabs, and this is the position you want. So grab the ledge, side up left if you're not in the corner, neutral roll, side up left, draw a sword, you can just quick draw, like B and then R, hold left, stab, stab, and you're in position. Alright, for this trick you want to pull a chew, and then wait until the 3rd black flash, and then, or the frame after it, like the first frame it starts going red again, for the 4th, or I guess, 4th red flash. So, the 3rd black flash, or the next frame basically. So, 1, 2, 3. So this is the 3rd black flash frame. Hold back, then like once you start climbing, because if you're holding any direction while you're grabbing onto a ledge, you'll climb up it. So you just kind of want to keep holding down until he starts to climb the ledge, and then switch to left. And then on a specific frame of his walk animation, you want to roll. Or there's actually 2 frames. So the frame I'm on right now is the frame before the first frame. So the next frame will work, and the frame after it will. This is the next frame. So the frame after this will also work. And you want to pause on the first frame he grabs the ledge, and we're going to target on that frame. What it will do is kind of like twist his ledge grab, and it will kind of clip him into the floor, and then we get hit by the chew into the loading zone once we're like clipped kind of into the floor with our grab. This is 2 frames before he grabs. The cues for like how many frames before the grab are different for each roll frame, so you have to kind of get used to it. So this is 1 frame before. The pause buffering here is kind of weird, like it's kind of a variable length. It's not like any other area in the game, it's really different. So like you just kind of have to get used to it and sort of get a little bit lucky. It's definitely like one of the hardest tricks in the game, even though it's only like 1 frame perfect trick. Like on VC, this is a lot easier, but obviously this is like an N64 exclusive route, so that doesn't really matter for this category. So you want to target on that frame you grab the ledge, and you'll go right into the loading zone. I guess I'll show the other frames working with like the practice ROM frame advance. So 1, 2, 3, this would be the 3rd black frame. I'm going to show that this frame also works. And I guess I'll do the 2nd roll frame. This is the 1st roll frame, 2nd roll frame. So on this one, like, all your cues for like how many frames before your ledge clip will be 1 frame earlier. So this is 1 frame before you grab. So I guess I'll like, this is the second backwalk frame, first roll frame, and now I guess I'll do the other one. So first backwalk frame and then second roll frame, right? Yeah, can't remember which one I did, but so that should be all the frames. There is like more working frames, but they aren't really important. Like these are the main frames. Like if you're later on the backwalk, sometimes like there's specific roll frames that work. I don't really know them personally, like, but they do exist, but they're not really useful in my opinion. Like if you over buffer, you can just like drop the chew and then get another chew, and you don't have to remember like a bunch of weird roll frames for later frames, because most of those are like frame perfect anyway, whereas like the first two you'll have like there'll be 2 frames for the roll, whereas later like you might only have 1 frame for the roll. Alright, so lastly I guess I'll do it one without the collision view. So 1, 2, 3. So there you go, that's like a perfect quote unquote like boat start like thing. I don't know, I guess BK skip, that's what it's called. But yeah, that was like, I mean you could do better, like you could do the backwalk unbuffered and the roll unbuffered, and technically the ledge clip unbuffered, but like the roll and the backwalk are 2 frames, so those are semi-reasonable to do unbuffered, and then the ledge clip is like 1 frame, so it's not like impossible to do unbuffered, but it's definitely pretty hard. So what you want to do is just jump slash into dead hand. Alright, so for this fight, what you want to do is we're going to kill Bongo in a specific way in order to get an initial position that we want for the wrong warp. If we mess this up, there is a non-initial setup that I'll show you, so don't worry about it too much. So we see like Link starts in like the middle of the arena, as you can see here. What we want to do is like end up on a certain spot in the arena, and then Bongo's going to go to the other side. What determines the position after the fight is the way Bongo charges you after you hookshot his hands. Like he'll charge you, and then the direction that he charges from will determine your initial spawn position. So we want to be in a certain spot, because Bongo's going to take the opposite of the arena to where we're standing. He's always going to be on the opposite side. So we want to be in a certain position to make Bongo charge us from a certain direction. And to do that, we just need to hold down as the fight starts, and that'll make us go back a little bit and put us in the right position for the fight. So as the fight starts, hold down. He's going to pop you up in the air, but once you land, get ISG. You have like 3 chances to get ISG before it like kind of devolves. So like I got ISG the first time there, and you want to hookshot the right hand and then the left hand. Then kind of aim forward and drop bugs. You want to wait till he starts charging to move and pick up the bugs. So you start charging, pick up bugs. And then what you want to do is kind of aim. So like you see like Link's, you want to aim Link's left side into Bongo for this part. That way, like, cause like your sword hitbox is in the sheath, so it's kind of weird, but it's like on kind of your left side. If you don't aim your sword hitbox towards him, Bongo can hit you before the sword hitbox, and then like he'll kill you. So aim kind of your left side towards Bongo, and then just kind of walk into him like that, and you'll kill him. The reason you want to drop and pick up the bugs before the fight ends is because to pick up bugs effectively, like, I'll show you a way you can actually do it if you don't fight, if you don't drop and catch the bugs, but it's kind of like RNG, and the bugs control you and you can't pick them up. But the reason why you want to do it before is because no matter where the bugs go, you can just walk over to them and pick them up. So I guess I'll show you like what you could do if you got, you know, bug trolled or whatever, or something, and you didn't drop the bugs. Not bug trolled, but if you didn't drop the bugs and pick them up during the fight, you could drop them here. And then you want to do 2 side hops left. And then the bugs, because they kind of run away from you. So you want the bugs to kind of come back. And then like side hop back over and pick them up. So what you want to do here is target and then hold R and forward. What you want to do is press Z and then A kind of. And like sort of quick succession. This is pretty lenient. Like if you press like Z, you're not going to move anywhere. So what you want to do is just kind of Z, because if you just press A while holding R, you can't roll, but Z gives you the opportunity to press A and roll. And you do kind of like a long roll forward, because you're holding forward the whole time, where if you just did like a normal roll, you go like nowhere. So you want to do 2 of these like long roll forwards by pressing Z and A, and then do a shield turn or ESS turn down, and OI into the warp. Then you want to hold forward and press B once the camera snaps back. So press B. You want to do 1 slash while walking here. So like slash. You can do it anywhere from like all the way up here even. Like you can do it anywhere once you get up to speed to like here. So like there's a huge range for this slash. And then you just want to hold forward. And then once you're in the air like this, just hold R. And then just, you know, stay here until you die. And you'll get the wrong warp. Or I guess it's a cutscene skip technically. I don't know. Terminology is weird. Like some people would call it a cutscene skip. Like it's kind of also called the wrong warp. I mean, it technically goes to the wrong place because normally you go to like the pedestal, and here you go to the start of the dungeon. Basically, what happens is the cutscene like finishes and like starts, not finishes, but like the like animation that like takes you up finishes at the same time that you kind of load the area. So you end up like starting the cutscene and loading the area kind of at the same time, and the cutscene ends up like finishing. Like I got the Shadow Medallion. If I go back and go into the warp like normally, like I'm gonna load a save state or whatever, but if I went back to the warp normally and went in, like the cutscene wouldn't be there. I would just go to the pedestal immediately. So the cutscene's definitely like cleared, but we didn't end up watching it, and we got all the rewards from it. As far as the game's concerned, we've watched the cutscene. So if you have, so that's what you do if you have more than 1 heart. If you have less than 1 heart, or if you have a heart or less, I guess. The other one's like if you have a heart and a quarter or more. What you want to do is, let me change my HP. So if you have this HP or less, what you want to do is side hop, side roll, dry roll, do 4 side hops left, shield turn or ESS turn down, OI. And then you're going to do the same thing where you walk forward and do a slash after you get up to speed, but before like it's too late. And then what you want to do on this one is once you start falling, like here, you start falling, you want to let go of up. And then just don't touch anything until you die. And then you'll get the wrong warp. So if you lose in this position here, you want to just like kind of pick up this heart. If you have enough HP, like I would say 2 hearts or more, you're pretty safe to do this without picking up the heart. But if you have, I don't know, like you could do it without picking up the heart, but it's a little bit riskier. What you want to do here is kind of, so there's these skulls on like the ground out here. What you want to do is use these for a position. So you just kind of walk into this corner and climb up. It's not that you just kind of have to walk into here and then you'll grab and climb up, you know, at the same position. And then you want a shield turn or ESS turn down, 5 backflips, 3 rolls forward, side hop, backflip OI. And this is going to be the same as the other setups, except for like the last part. If you have more than a heart, what you do is you walk forward, slash, and then this time instead of holding R, it's a little bit more complicated. When we land, we just want to release forward instead of holding R the whole way. So this setup isn't like as good. It's got more like elements to it, but it's a backup, so I don't know if a better non-initial setup, so this is what we're stuck with. It's not that useful, like you probably won't use this much. Like it's just kind of like an oh shit. If you have less than a heart when you do this, so if you don't get the heart container for example, and you do this, then what you do is the same as the other setups, where you just let go once you start falling. I'll show that real quick. So walk forward, B, let go once you start falling. So it's better, I guess, if you have less than a heart, because then it's like the same as the other setups. And there you go. That's Shadow Temple cutscene skip and bongo. Alright, so now we're done with Shadow Temple. We finished the dungeon, so there's not much left to do here. I'm actually going to fix my nut count, because you shouldn't have this many nuts. I got the nuts twice. You should have like 8 would be the highest nuts you could have. So I'm going to resave this. Alright, so what you're going to do here is just leave. The fastest movement here is just flick right and do side hops. But it's not, I'll just show this movement all the way through. And then like you probably do like 1 or 2 more side hops, but it's, oh, this unloaded. But it's not that much slower if you just like, you don't need to like shield turn, you can just like load the area, flick down, and back walk. It's not that much slower at all. So now we're just exiting the graveyard. Now we're going to talk to this lady. She's going to give us an egg. We don't need the egg for anything. Well, I mean, we do need the egg. Otherwise, why would we get it? But the only thing we need is like something in our adult trade item slot for later. We're going to get it. We're going to use a glitch to get a frog that has a timer, and that's how we're going to like mess with stuff later in the game. And to do that, you need something in your adult trade item slot. So we just talk to her, she gives us an egg in our adult trade item slot. One thing to note about this is if it turns night and then day while you have the egg in your inventory, it's like a text box that will pop up on screen. That'll be like the egg hatched, and you can't pause during it. So make sure that doesn't happen like during a trick. Like for example, one common trick it might happen during is during like yours, like later we're gonna do a like super slide to mirror shield, and if that happens during that, that will fail. So it's just something small to keep in mind that might save you from getting screwed once. But that can only happen if you go like slower than you should. So you don't have to worry about it as long as you don't go a little bit slower in the areas where time passes. But it's something to keep in mind. So what you're going to do, you're going to run up here. And you're going to sell your bugs to this guy. Just target him and press your bugs. He's going to give you 50 rupees, and we're going to use that to buy a fairy. The same thing to note with that I said about the adult shield is when there's a text that appears when you enter this area, and if you buy the fairy you can like walk out before getting it if you're fast enough. So we're gonna walk up here and enter Death Mountain Trail. So optimally you're gonna want to do a Hess here. So after this cutscene ends, you're gonna want to ESS turn right or shield, or just like flick right, the turn. I guess you could shield turn too, but like it's not really needed. You can just like flick right. Like it doesn't need to be a perfect turn right. So like flick right, shield drop, roll, and do a Hess. I might as well explain like how to do a Hess. I don't know. So what you want to do is drop, and then after you drop, roll, hold the SS position. On like the second frame he's taking damage, he'll like stand up straight in the explosion like this. On this frame you want to hold Z and R. This is like one of the easier Hesses to do, because like 2 Hesses off the sign in my opinion are some of the easier Hesses. Just because like you don't have to like worry about timing with the bomb. So what you want to do is get the Hess and bring it up Death Mountain Trail towards DC to get bombs. So to blow up this wall, make a save. To blow up this wall, I'm going to show probably 2 different strats, or I guess 3 different strats to blow up this wall. First, like the faster way you would do it is what I do. So what I did there is I rolled, and then I targeted, dropped a chew, walked forward and stabbed at the correct time, and then I pressed A to jump slash. So I would show it again, I guess. So roll, drop chew, I slashed early there, for example. So roll, drop chew, slash, jump slash. So like the next like fastest strat I guess would be you turn around, back walk, and like shield drop a chew like that, which is fairly fast. It's about the same speed as the slash strat. But like if you drop the chew too late, then it'll like attach to the wall, like that, and it won't explode. So the easiest strat is just to walk up to here, back walk, back flip, and drop a chew. Now we're going to do another hookshot jump, but this time, instead of using like that glitchy state to interrupt it, we're going to use Navi to, or not Navi, we're going to use Death to interrupt our hookshot. And we can jump higher than we did last time, because we can aim at a higher angle, and hookshot jump depends on how high you aim. So damage down to half R here. We're going to get in this corner, stab twice. We want to light the eyes on this head. You have to, normally you would be up top on that bridge and you drop bombs into the 2 eyes from there, but we're just going to use chews to light the eyes because it's faster. I suppose you could, after you get bombs, drop those in there if like it's really hard to light the eyes or something, but it's not that hard. So you just go into this corner, target, stab twice, turn right, pull a chew, wait, 1, you gotta wait until this, so that was the wrong timing. You want to wait until the second black flash of the chew, so like 1, 2. And then after the chew leaves the screen, drop another chew, back flop, side hop 3 times, and side roll. I did that too slow there, so my side roll was interrupted by the chew exploding, so I have to do the setup again, or you can just like manually line up, but I don't like doing that. So if you were to do, you would just, I'll just show dropping the chews again. So you go 1, 2, wait for it to leave, drop, 3, roll. And that time it didn't light the eyes because they've already been lit. I'm gonna add some chews back so we have the right count. So what you do here is you aim to the right side of this ladder, like anywhere from like here to like there would probably work. You just want to aim on this beam, like this beam of the ladder, the right beam of the ladder. Hold Z, backflip, and you want to buffer until this frame. So the frame where Link's ear is above the ledge, this is the frame you want to buffer to. On this frame you want to hold down and press hookshot. So you pause, you just hold up, not down. You want to make Link go down, but you want to hold up because it's inverted. So you want to pause, hold up, and press hookshot, and it'll get out of unpause lag. And then you'll jump. I guess I'll show that again. So I'll just give myself another fairy. You don't need to equip it, it's just how the beam runs, so I figured I might as well do it. So you would drop the choose. Side up, side roll. Turn around, aim at the right beam, backflip. Oh wait, I have full health. You have the damage down. Yeah, this tutorial's taking a lot longer than I expected to make, so I probably won't finish it in one day, to be honest. So aim at the right beam, hold Z, backflip, go to this frame, hold up, press hookshot. If you over buffer there, you can, if you can just pause and save warp. So if you go one frame past the frame I showed, just pause and then save and reset your console, and then you'll still have the fairy and you can just take damage again and reset up. I'm actually gonna remove a heart for myself, because normally, unless you did the non-initial setup, you wouldn't have a heart here. So just to show what the normal route would be. So really quick, if you don't like that setup because of the aiming at the ladder, there's a different setup you can do. Stab twice like the other one. 1, 2, leave the screen. ESS turn left, backflip, side roll, hold ESS up. Backflip. Backflip twice, it doesn't matter if you're interrupted by the cutscene during the backflip. And then do the same thing as before. It's the same frame, it has a little bit of a different cue, but it's just about the same. And get the hookshot jump. So you're gonna wanna do movement where you just roll and then you side hop here. And side hopping here isn't completely faster, but it reduces lag a little bit. If there's no lag, this probably wouldn't be faster unless you had frame perfect side hops, but it's worth it because it also reduces lag. That was a little bit out of position, so I'll do that again just to show what it looks like. And you want to hold down right, down left, and hookshot the chest. Press A. Now we have bombs. You don't need to equip bombs right now. You can technically equip bombs now. So if you basically need 12 chews to complete the run after this. After this, we're gonna equip bombs after a little bit, and if you need to have more than 12 chews at that point. So if you've used a bunch of chews because you failed boat skip or whatever, or you failed lighting the eyes, just know that don't use past 12 chews, and you can equip bombs and then do anything I'm about to do with chews with bombs, and I'll probably show that. But you actually want to side hop here for the same reason we side hopped in. So just go to this wall, side hop, roll, and head out. Alright, so next we're gonna, you can either walk to Goron City or you can Hess. I like to just go up to this rock at about this position and get a Hess like that. But you can also just go from initial position, turn right, and get a Hess like this. That's a little bit faster, but it's just slightly harder. So like, cause like you can do that. But yeah, just Hess up here or back walk.